In this week's World Ahead update that is going out, I quoted from Daniel, the 4th chapter and verse 17, where it says, "The living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, gives it to whomever he will, and sets over it the lowest of men." That's one reason that we don't take part in politics. We have opinions, we watch the news, but when it comes down to trying to choose our leaders, we leave that up to God. And God is able to swing that or loosen Satan a little bit. However he does it, he is the one that makes the final decision. So while we don't do that, we continue to do the work of God, preaching the gospel to this world. And I'm happy to report that over a 6-week period recently, we had 20,000 new subscribers to the Tomorrow's World magazine, which is just phenomenal. And of course, if that were to continue at that rate, we have people who drop off, of course, because of just not interested or people that die. So we wouldn't increase at that exact rate. But nevertheless, it shows that the work is going forward and our subscriber base is growing continually. In the last quarter, July through September, we had more people request to come to Sabbath services than any quarter since the Living Church of God began. That exceeded our 2015 record by 36%. Now there's a reason for that. It isn't just the normal situation. We have changed the way that what we require of people when they ask about Sabbath services. For example, when they go online, we used to ask a lot of questions that were unnecessary. And so we've cut it down to the bare minimum. We want to know who it is that wants to attend. We want to know where they live. How can we tell them where services are if we don't know at least a city, a state, or a country? We have to know certain things in order to make those decisions as to the information we give them. And we do try to engage them before they attend. We want to screen them a little bit. We don't want some nut out here coming to service, someone who is going to be causing a disruption, but we want to be a little bit more friendly. And for those people who are more shy about giving out information, as I think most of us are these days, or at least we should be when we understand how information is used, or better yet, misused, we don't want to scare them off before we have a chance to engage them. And we do ask them about why they came to the decision to attend services, but that's optional, and that comes after we already have some other essential information. But this record exceeded the 2015 record by 36%. So while some of them may not be on our databases yet, nevertheless, there are people who are interested, and we want to meet with them. We want to be able to have the opportunity to show who we are and let them check us out. In October, we had 898, that's just too short of 900, people sign up for the Bible study course online. That was also a new record. Now, that doesn't include the hard copy Bible study course, which from time to time is advertised, and where we have literally thousands of new subscribers to the Bible study course. But this was in 1 month on the online course, and we're making significant changes in it. You'll begin to see those changes very shortly, but we're trying to make it more exciting, more interesting for people. But 900 sign up for the Bible study course online in 1 month is a new record, and it's very exciting. These are people who are more likely to come along in time if they do go through the whole course. And we want to encourage them with new information and new ways of approaching the subject online so that we can create more interest with them. We're trying to have more people complete the course. We've always been able to get people to sign up for it, so we want to help people to come along to actually finish the course. In October, that was in October, but that was 8 times higher than the monthly average and 67% higher than the record of April 2007. On the more difficult side of things, Mr. Christo Botha wrote a week or two ago that a new law was published in the Government Gazette last week here in South Africa. Marriage officers are no longer allowed to refuse to perform a marriage ceremony if so requested by same-sex couples on the grounds of their conscience or religious beliefs. Now that's a rather chilling law when you think about it. And Mr. Botha points out that many years ago, a couple decades ago, he was asked to register as a marriage officer for the church. But he explained that the above might happen. And it's been 20 years, but it's finally happened. And so while we don't do it on an official basis, as we do in many countries and certain jurisdictions, couples need to have a civil ceremony, justice of the peace, magistrate of some sort, a judge, and then we have the church ceremony that would normally follow that to be the official ceremony as far as the church is concerned. So we see this pressure coming from all sides and all regions of the world, where we are being more and more boxed into a corner because of what we believe. And brethren, things are moving very rapidly in this world, and if we think 2020 has been exciting, just wait until next year. And this year isn't even over yet, and look at all that's happening. So that's the update, the Living Church of God update. This is Gerald Weston for the week ending November the 7th, 2020. I hope you have a wonderful Sabbath.